Yeah.
They just don't think straight.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, Jesse, a lot of Black Americans think we were kidnapped. I was like, man, I know white people are great, but they can't be that great where they come to a continent and just start kidnapping people. They had some help.
It is. It's amazing to me that Black people think that white people are smarter than them.
Yeah.
It wasn't that way when I was growing up. You know, as you know, I grew up in Alabama on a plantation under the Jim Crow law. And Black people used to be independent thinkers. They didn't have Black leaders. They thought it did for themselves.
Right.
They bought land and just kind of did their own thing.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't until the Civil Rights Movement came along, which was the worst thing that ever happened to the Blacks, the Civil Rights Movement, other than abortion. They turned their lives over to Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson and all those people, and it's been downhill ever since. You should never, ever, ever have another person over you.
Right.
As an adult, especially men. You're not supposed to have a leader. God is your only leader, right? But they put other people in charge of them, and they've been leading them down a path of destruction ever since.
Yeah.
And that's the primary problem.
You got to be able to think for yourself.
You got to.
Yeah, because when I was raised, my mom was Democrat. It's like, that's the Black thing to do.
Right.
You'd be Democrat. But then, like, when I got in my 30s and I just started, like, living my life and saying things for myself, I was like, wait a minute. This stuff is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of nuts over here and how they think on the left side when it comes to politics.
Yeah, I grew up Republican because when I was growing up, there was no Democrats that I was aware of. Most Black people were Republicans. And so it wasn't until I moved to L.A. at 18 I started listening to Jesse Jackson, Louis Farrakhan, and all those crazy people. And they were telling me, the white man is against you because of your color. And being young, and I thought they were leaders, I fell for the lie. And then I finally realized I had been lied to, so I dropped the Democrat and went to the Republican Party.
That's the major reason why you switched to Republican, because of the Civil Rights Movement?
Yeah. I realized they were lying to me and that my issue was a spiritual issue, not physical.
Yeah.
But they made us think that, and I had hatred for white people too. Once I listened to them, I didn't grow up like that.
Yeah, I did too, because my mom was showing us Roots and all the Black shows. I would go to school the next day just looking at the white people.
Right.
Right? And it just, I don't know, it put a hatred in me. I think over time it developed, it gave me anxiety. If I saw a white person looking at me, I was like, they're looking at me like that because I'm a Negro.
Yeah.
You know? Looking back on it, that white woman wanted to get with me. But my mama had fed me these lies that white people against you, white people against you.
That is so true, man.
Yeah.
I used to think that anytime white people disagree with me at work or something, I totally thought it was because I was Black.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe there's two people just disagreeing.
Yeah, you see things that's not there.
Sure, that is so true, man. And so finally I realized that, okay, if I'm Black and the white man holding me back, why is it that he's not holding Jesse Jackson, his family back, Louis Farrakhan and all? They were living in amazing homes and they had jobs and their kids had fathers and mothers. And I'm like, why are they holding them back? And that's when I realized I had been lied to.
Yeah, it's all a game, it's a scheme, it's a hustle.
And that's right. So I read the Republican platform and I'm like, I'm out of here. No more Democrat.
Yeah.
And I just turned away from them.
Yeah, and it's still true today. Look at all the celebrities and all the Blacks just, made a name for themselves, whether it's in Hollywood or acting or in the music career. They always badmouth Republicans. They always badmouth white people. Yeah. Because Hollywood, that whole line of work is ran by liberals. Yeah. And Jews.
So white people are afraid of the Blacks.
You can't blame them, Jesse.
I know, yeah. They're so violent. But
you know what, Jesse? I'm scared of Black folks.
Me too.
You know?
I wouldn't go to the hood.
Yeah, I don't. I went to the hood a couple times. I said, I ain't ever doing this again.
Yeah. I have family members who live in the hood, and I just call now. I used to go and visit sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially before the crime got so bad. It was really bad down in L.A. And the homeless situation. So I don't really go to the hood anymore.
I met my two Black friends. Like, I got to a point where I just started judging Black people differently because I started to notice a trend. Yeah. Like, I met Chris. He's a comedian. I say, this guy's a nice guy. I can tell he's...
And Chris is Black.
Yeah, he Black. Yeah, he Black. Amazing. Both of their names is Chris.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
They ran out of names, huh?
crazy, Jesse. I remember one time I was up in LA, I got lost. And I was in this ghetto area. I was like, oh my God, you look at these Negroes over here. Yeah, Watts is a scary place.
Yeah, it is now. When I first moved to LA, it wasn't that bad.
What happened? Democrats.
Yeah, Democrats.
Used to be a Republican state.
The Mexicans moved in. And so there's a war going on between the blacks and the Mexicans over there.
The Mexicans winning that. They taking that land back.
They are taking it. Yeah. And so it just got just a mess over there right now.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
When I first moved to LA, I worked in Watts for a while.
Yeah.
That's how nice it was, Compton area.
Right.
But it's just gotten worse over the years.
Yeah, what happened? Because I was looking at some old pictures of Compton and Watts. You can actually see white people that used to live there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter
but
of
now
fact,
it's all Section 8. It's like really ghetto.
But the Mexicans are running the blacks out now.
Yeah.
Because they hate the blacks and the blacks hate them. So
it's supposed to be all Black Lives Matter, right?
Not over there.
That's a joke.
Not over there.
You know what?
You gotta have white parents.
Yeah.
No, I have. Well, my daddy was really light. My great grandfather was from Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh,
White guy.
so why do you guys have white people eyes?
Because of him, probably.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Oh.
That is crazy. My dad, he got his eyes from his granddad, and it came down through us.
And he was white.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad was black.
Yeah, but he was really light though.
Yeah.
He looked like don't see it. He looked like Black Elvis. Like Elvis with a tan on him.
Right on.
Yeah. We actually came from one of the biggest plantations on the East Coast called the Hurston Plantation.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. They wrote
Nice.
a book about it.
Really? Amazing. So when your master said he said, do you say yes, sir, master? We said.
I'm glad I ain't grew up during that time. Yeah,
When my master said he said, I said yes, sir, master. We said.
Hey, Jesse, explain to us what it was like growing up through the civil rights movement, Jim Crow and all that. How was it for blacks?
Before the civil rights movement, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you hear these stories that blacks and whites did not get along. That's not true. I'm sure you can find bad people in all groups, but
Right.
we treated each other the way we would like to be treated. When I saw white people, I treated them the same way they treated me, the same way they would do anyone. And it didn't change until, I do remember going to a movie theater once down in Eufaula, Alabama. And the blacks had to sit in the balcony. But I was a teenager and I didn't mind because we had better view. We could see better up there. But it still wasn't just animosity that we've been told. My family owned land. Matter of fact, one of my aunts, she and her husband, they had like 15, 16, 17 children, right? Maybe more.
Yeah.
And they owned land. They never had to work the fields and things like that. They owned their own property. And we did our own thing. It wasn't what you've been told that it was like. That changed when the civil rights movement came along.
When we started to integrate with whites.
When you force integration, that should have never happened. Blacks and white would have come together on their own. Those who agreed and those who didn't agree, it would have happened naturally. But you can't force anyone to love you. And they were trying to force the white people to accept the blacks, which was a big mistake.
Yeah.
And so it's just been down here ever since.
Back in those days, like blacks had everything. They had their own doctors, had their own transportation.
Yeah.
And did you see any ghettos that you see today?
No ghettos.
No ghettos.
No violence, no crime.
Oh, look at those pictures.
None of those things when I was growing up. It was unheard of for black people to kill one another or to fight one another. I grew up and I only had one fight in high school, and that was on over a baseball bat. I thought we both were fighting over. We were on the baseball field.
Yeah.
This guy thought it was his time, and I thought it was mine, and we were fighting over that. And that's about it.
So it was no ghettos? It was
no ghettos,
mass
no
black on black
fighting,
crime?
no crime at all.
Yeah.
No crime. Nobody around me committed crime that I'm aware of at all. It was unheard of. It was totally different than it is today.
So when you seen like those, like there's been some moments in history that the civil rights movement like grabbed onto, embraced, and used that to force integration. Like what happened to Emmett Till? Was it Medgar
Yeah.
Edgar's down in, what's
Right.
that, Mississippi?
Yes.
So you're saying like these types of incidents were like isolated?
Yes.
Really?
Poor America, they're going to use him to death.
Yeah.
Emmett Till, 100 years gone by, they still talking about Emmett Till.
Right.
That happened then, and we don't know the true story about that, what really happened. They just kind of made up stuff to make it look like what they wanted it to look like so they can control the blacks. It really, something happened that we don't really know the whole detail.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember what happened with the, I guess they said a bunch of white guys grabbed him and killed him and buried him or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ignorant on what happened. I just remember that name.
They said one of the guys looked at a white woman.
Yeah, Emmett Till.
Yeah, and as a result, looked at the white woman, they killed him. Now, I don't know how true that is. There's always more to the story than what you hear. Excuse me. And because human beings are evil, did you know human beings are evil?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's worse than what you can think. And because they're evil and they won't admit they're evil so they can overcome it, you never know what the real truth is.
Yeah, I mean, I look how evil the world is. Like, we go to school
Yeah.
and they teach you to stand in line, be nice to your neighbor and this and that, don't cut line, just little stuff like it in kindergarten. Like, just imagine if people wasn't taught how to be good, how evil everybody would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just an evil world we live in.
you
I think
actually
it's
gotta-
naturally,
you
it's a
actually gotta-
natural inclination to be
Yeah,
evil.
you actually got to teach people to be good. Yeah.
But that doesn't work either. You really can't teach anyone to be good because think about it. Christianity is supposed to be a religion that teaches us to love one another and to be good and to have a moral life and live.
Right.
Nobody's living up to that.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
And so even our parents who tried to teach us to be good, it didn't work.
Yeah.
No one is living up to it. All the way you're going to be good is that you got to admit that you're evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing. Salvation of the heart. So God said that we got to admit that we're evil because anyone that has anger is playing God. They think they know right from wrong. They judge themselves and others. They cannot be trusted. God said never trust an angry person. An angry person is an evil person, and they are your enemy, and do not trust them.
Yeah.
So, but when you admit that you're evil, hey, I'm evil, I'm wrong, and then you forgive your parents because that's who did it, especially your mother. And
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me started on women.
then you go and forgive your mother because all human beings hate their mothers. There's not one that doesn't.
I think I love my mom.
I love my mama. Mama's crazy. Mama's crazy.
But
She would have the Bible in one hand and cuss you out.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you forgive your mother, males and females, when you forgive your mother, hey, mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. I realize now you couldn't help yourself because you become just like your mother. Any man that has anger is a woman.
Yeah.
He reacts, he has emotion like a woman. He become like his mother because you become like what you hate. But when you go and forgive her for turning you away from your father, playing victim, impose her will, I'm sorry for resenting you. God will forgive you and he will change your heart from anger to love. Then he changed that old nature from anger, from fear and doubt and loneliness and insecurity and worry and suicidal thought. He will take all those things and give you his nature. Then you'll be a perfect love and you will have perfect peace and you have a perfect life.
Yeah.
But you got to return to the Father.
I don't like. I never like embraced that idea that I'm African American. I always just
Me
thought I
either.
was Black American.
Yeah.
And
What does it even mean to be two nationalities?
Yes,
African-American.
all you're doing is taking two nationalities, two ethnicities. You were born in America, so you're just a Black American. There's nothing
Yes.
African about anybody that's Black that was born in this country.
As a matter of fact, if you're an American and you go over to Africa, they're not going to treat you like an African American.
No, they're
They're
not.
going to treat you like an American.
Yeah.
They don't treat you the way that these blacks try to pretend. They do not do that.
Yeah, they look at us like we're ancestors of slaves.
They don't. That's right.
Yeah.
They don't. They're not going to treat you well in Africa.
Right.
Not at all.
I see a lot of these Black people here in America. They dress African. Are they mocked when they go to Africa? When they dress like that?
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I would go to Africa, but right now it's too weird.
Yeah.
They're like killing white people in South Africa, especially. They've taken over South Africa, and then the white people moved out to farmland, and the blacks were going out there robbing and killing and raping them as well.
Yeah.
So what's wrong? Well, it's the mother spirit. But I started to ask, what's wrong with the blacks? So I got to ask.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at you guys, I feel like when I look this way, I'm still looking that way.
Right.
What? This is weird.
Yeah.
So do y'all feel each other pain?
Nah. None of that shit going
If
on.
one of you, meaning that if one of you are out there somewhere and you're in trouble.
Sometimes I have a bad
premonition?
a bad
Right,
vibe. I call them up and say, "You okay? You didn't get no accident?" It's, no, I'm right here just looking at the TV. Sometimes that comes, but it hasn't. Nothing's bad happened.
Yeah, we don't
I just
have
had a bad feeling.
we don't have telepathic powers.
So do y'all like get angry at each other at times?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because we work like 5 days a week and like 12-hour days, so it gets stressful sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure you work long hours too.
Oh, yeah. I get up at 3 every morning, and I'm at the office around 4:45, and so I work all the time.
Wow.
That's why it's so hard to get me up here because I was just so busy.
Right.
And then the last time we were supposed to come, the fire thing happened.
Yeah, the fires happen.
So,
Right.
But
right.
we finally-
Are you married at all? Or?
No, I've been engaged twice. I did it the black way.
The black way? What's the black way? Jim?
I have a child, made a child out of wedlock.
Oh, you're a baby daddy.
That's right.
You're a baby.
But so I have a son and 2 grandkids, adult grandkids now. And then my granddaughter got married, and she and her husband have 3 sons. And so I have a family. I just did it the black way. And I got engaged twice. But
What, black women or?
yeah. I never thought I would marry a white woman.
Yeah.
I did grow up thinking I wanted to be with a white woman, though.
Oh, we always said, I want me one of them white women.
Yeah. Because
You never dated a white woman?
I have. What happened was, when I was growing up, my uncles used to go up to New York and Florida for the summer, and they would come back and they would talk about the white woman. And
The white woman.
and I was young, they were talking about the white woman.
Yeah.
And the white woman, I don't know if I can say this on TV.
Yeah, you can probably say it. Go ahead. You said
But the white woman was different than the black woman in bed.
in bed.
In bed.
Oh,
They
what
would
did, what
do
did they
things-
say? What was the differences?
I can't.
I can probably
Go and say it. Go and say it.
I'll put it this way.
go and say it. Just
They would say things that the white women would do in bed that black women would not do.
I found that to be 100% correct.
Yeah. And so black women, they would never do those things, right?
Right.
And so I was like, wow, I'm going to get me a white woman.
I'm telling you, Jesse, these white women have sucked the soul out of you. Yeah, white women is totally different. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
but
we
black
just-
women are like that now, though.
Yeah, but I think we just had bad experience with the black woman we chose. I ended up marrying a Mexican.
You're married to a Mexican now?
Yeah.
And how about you?
Me too. They,
Mexican?
she from Mexico, so she's a citizen now. So
She from an illegal alien?
yeah, no, she came here legally, but we had to go back to see the Juarez and get her papers all fixed. She had to leave the country for about.
She let her visa lapse or something?
Yeah, she had to stay in see that Juarez about 30 days, and then they gave her her papers, and she came back. So
What the?
yeah,
And,
man.
and you're Mexican from illegal too?
She wasn't illegal.
So do you guys speak Spanish?
I'm learning a little bit of Spanish.
See,
Trying.
galactus. And so I moved to California, and I said, I'm going to go to junior college because,
You running a white woman?
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah?
why I went. That's the only way I went.
To get you a white woman? That's why I joined the military.
Yeah, see? I rest my case.
I want me one of them white women.
I heard that if you wanted a white woman, the best place to get one is in a college.
Yeah, that was the best kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I went to junior college, LA City College, to get me a white woman.
Yeah.
I could hardly pass the SAT to get in there. But
You gotta work for them white women.
right, because I'm not a school person. I just
Right.
I love school, but for fun, basketball and track and dating and stuff like that. So I got into LA and I met a white girl, and it was true what they said.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got with her, I dropped out of college. I literally dropped out.
As soon as you got that white woman, check that off your list. So I can leave college.
Right. And I left right in the middle of the session. I left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's the only reason I had gone. It didn't take very long to get a white woman because white women love black men.
Yeah. Right.
And they feel sorry for black men, I guess.
Give me some the empathetic.
Right.
Let me go give me something to this Negro over here. Life is hard for him. let me give him some of that white privilege over here.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and I dropped out of college. And that was the only white woman I was with because I found out it was true. And by that time, black women started to change too. They were trying to act like white women in bed and everything. And so I got engaged, and I was dating a preacher's woman, daughter. And she thought she had gotten pregnant. She's like, "Oh, I'm pregnant." I was like, "Too bad." And she's like, "No, my family gonna kill me." I'm like, "But I'm not ready for marriage." And she was fine.
Yeah. Really?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This girl was so fine. I used to have, at the time I worked for the hospital, and I used to have her come up to the hospital to have lunch with me, and I would walk her all over the hospital so everybody could see.
Just doing his rounds. He's bringing his woman around.
But she saw she was pregnant, and then later she found out she wasn't. Her monthly thing was late, and she left because I wouldn't marry her, so she left town.
But she wanted to marry you, huh?
Yeah. And then I got engaged one more other time, and that relationship didn't work because once I got engaged, because this woman was trying to control me. She acted like she wasn't controlling long we were dating, but once we got engaged, she wanted to control me. And I had bought her a ring and everything. And then I'm like, "Look, you better cut it out. Nobody gonna control me. Cut it out, cut it out." And then she started being jealous and all that. So I said, "Okay, I'm done." I got my ring back and called it off. And I got my money.
Ring?
Yeah.
Did she give it back or did you?
I asked her, "Hey, give me my ring."
Yeah, she gave it to
And
you.
I got my money back. Yeah. And so,
Was she a black woman?
yes, she was black.
You did that today, you ain't getting that ring back.
No, nowadays you
Probably
won't.
gonna get shot too.
Because the men don't know how to get it back. They're beta.
Yeah.
They're afraid of the woman, so they can't take it back.
Hey, have you noticed, like in our communities, like I know you said black women changed over time; they wanted to act like white women and stuff. But have you noticed a trend with black women? They're like very, very masculine.
Yes.
Well, they're aggressive.
It's
aggressive
so
and
unfortunate, too.
Yeah.
And that's because they have not been raised by fathers. See that?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He wasn't
You
even
know-
looking for that punch. That dude looked like he was drunk.
I'm telling you, it's unfortunate, though,
Yeah.
because these women are lost.
Yeah. What do you think
And
caused
they-
that? Because I don't see this in other races of people.
They haven't had fathers in the last 70 years or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least in my days, the fathers and grandfathers were there, and women would carry themselves, especially black women, in a different kind of way.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were not like this. You know, they respected themselves and others. There is no way that any woman that I know would have been acting like this in public. They didn't act like that at home. That changed once the civil rights movement came along, and the government became the daddy of the family, and they pushed the man out of the way. And the women, they stroked the woman's ego and told her how she's a queen, how smart she is, how hard life is because she didn't have a man. And so the spirit of the mother has been passed on generation to generation. And no father, this is what you're getting. And it's going to get worse before it get better if men don't change.
Yeah.
when I see it,
Yeah.
it's kind of funny a little bit, but it's sad.
Yeah.
It really,
is.
because these women are lonely, they're lost, they're empty, they're yearning for a father.
Yeah.
And they look even to their boyfriends and husbands to be like a father to them, to guide them, but the men don't have it either
Right.
because they have not had a father to guide them.
Right.
And so it's sad, really, to be honest.
Yeah. Like this past election, like when Kamala lost, they tried to put this idea out there that black women are the most educated group of people in the country. I was like, as soon as I heard that, I knew that was a lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're using the women to promote the Democratic Party. They use them to bring in destructions.
Yeah.
And they're using them for personal gain.
Gaslighting them.
And if you see, and you see, like, you have these black women in Congress, and
Right.
but they're loudmouth, they're
Jasmine
nasty.
Crockett.
Yeah. They just say anything. Women were not like that prior to the civil rights movement. Black women were amazing. They were respectful. Of course, you could find some angry one, but they respected people. You know, they respect themselves.
Black women used to
and
be
all that.
very classy.
They did, very much so. To a point, I honestly, when I was growing up, I thought that only white people sinned. I didn't know black people sinned until I moved to the city and started seeing other stuff going on. But that's how respectful black people used to be. We never treated each other in the way we treat each other today.
Right. How you feel about black people calling each other the N-word?
When I was growing up, I didn't even know about that word.
Really?
I only heard that word when I moved to the city. No one ever called each other that word. I didn't even hear that word from white people.
Yeah.
So it only became popular when I moved to the city and I started to hear it. And when I first started hearing it, I just thought it was a black thing that they did. I didn't know it really was a bad word.
Yeah, well, we used to like call my brother my sister. That used to be a thing in the black community, but now they can slowly let that go, and now we just a bunch of niggas to each other.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because it's spiritual and it's evil. The next generation of blacks are going to be worse. They don't have a chance. And then at some point, we all as individuals need to work on ourselves so that we can overcome that fallen state and start so that God can pass love through us so that some generation at some point can start waking up and stop treating each other and others in this way. Because it's evil. It's not good. Our battle is a spiritual battle. And if we don't start being serious about it, and because these people are hurting, man. I counsel with some of these people, and they are miserable inside. You know, and they think if you get money or if you do this mess on camera, that's on YouTube now. They think that it's going to bring happiness, and it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't bring it.
Yeah. A lot
And
of
it's
blacks
up to the
want,
men.
A lot of blacks want reparations.
Yeah, they want DEI mess.
Yeah.
And reparation and all that mess.
Have you had a conversation with anybody like about reparations? Well, how much you want? Have anybody gave you a dollar figure yet? I had a couple of friends say
That's a good
about
question.
3-4 million. I was like, well, reparations supposed to put you in the same position as everybody else,
Right.
If you're going to pay it.
Yeah.
And average person got about maybe $20,000 in that bank account,
Right.
on average.
Yeah.
Why are you getting $4 million? You want to be a king.
I know.
Yeah, they can never give you a dollar figure.
Yeah. But it's just, they're going by what their leaders are telling them.
Yeah.
They're not thinking of this stuff themselves.
Right.
They have been told by Maxine Waters, the wicked of the West, Witch of the West, Al Sharpton, and all those guys. They're doing this to these people, and they're really the ones that are getting rich.
Right.
Al Sharpton fly around in a jet now,
Right.
a private jet.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's come from pushing this race stuff and affirmative action and all that kind of stuff.
Gives them a job.
Absolutely. When I was raising my son, the time I did have with him, I told him, you got to work for yourself, buddy. You know, you got to be responsible for childhood. That's how I was raised. And as a result, he became very independent when he got older. And I had to leave home at 18, but I was ready for it. I prepared for that.
Right.
And black people used to do that. They prepared their children, especially boys, to be responsible when you become 18. Something got to be done about this,
Right.
you know, and it's up to the men, though.
Yeah. Like when you was growing up for the civil rights movement, there was no. How often did you see a black family having kids out of wedlock?
It was rare.
Yeah.
If a girl got pregnant out of wedlock, The boys were afraid. We were afraid to make babies out of wedlock because we would have to have a shotgun wedding. We would have to get married. But what happened if a girl did get pregnant, she would have to leave town or go into hiding until she had that baby, right? You'd be like, where's May Taylor? Well, she's up north. Because it was an embarrassment for black women to get pregnant out of wedlock. It was less than 10% of black babies were born out of wedlock when I was growing up. And if she got pregnant and was not married, she had to raise that baby. She had to take care of that baby. The parents didn't do it. The grandparents, they helped out sometimes, but she would have to drop out of school and everything and raise her baby. And the women knew that, so they were less likely to have a baby or get pregnant out of wedlock.
How about abortions? When did that
Unheard of. Unheard of. Even if you had a retarded child, you know, sometimes they had a big watermelon head baby. You ever seen no big watermelon?
Yeah, I've seen them a couple times, yeah.
I had a watermelon head baby cousin.
Oh, yeah?
Did you? Yeah.
How's she or he doing?
They had the baby, and the baby just lived until the baby died. They they treated the baby well, but they don't live that long. But they had the baby. They didn't have an abortion. They didn't go, oh, my baby's going to be retarded, so let's kill it in the womb. They had a baby. That's what it was meant to be, and that's what they did. Black people used to be amazing people at one time.
Right.
Really, I'm telling you. And I never imagined that one day it would get to this. It didn't look like that was possible. I didn't understand. I didn't understand human nature at the time.
Do you think the problem that black people are having is? Do you think that's systemic? I don't think it's like racism. I think it's the other side. You know, forcing their hand. I think that culture's been. I think black people have been conditioned to think this way, and and this way that they're being taught is the wrong way.
Yeah. Number one, the sins of the parents are being passed down to the generations after generation. That anger, no unity anymore. And then you're right; they're being used by the government. They're being used by their black leaders. They're being used by their so-called counselors and professionals. They're really using black people for personal gain.
Yeah, that's why when they see us, they say we're sellouts.
Right.
Because we're not doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Hey,
and all that.
A lot of black people live in ghettos. Poverty, you know. A lot of blacks think that the reason why there's neighborhoods is all ghettos because there was fed guns and drugs and the white man dropped it off there and that's why they live in ghettos.
Yeah.
I was like, well, even if that's true, it doesn't mean you have to take the guns and shoot your brother or your sister or take these drugs.
That's
you
right.
still have a decision over your own fate. Why does everything got to be the white man's fault?
I interviewed so many blacks and they said that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the white man brought the drug into the neighborhood. So I'm like, did they make you take the drug?
Did they make you shoot that dude?
Right. Let's say that they brought it. It's not true, but let's say that the white people brought the drug.
Right.
They didn't tie you down and make you take the drug.
Right.
You had to go buy the drugs. You had to go home and take the drug. And they don't seem to understand that, though.
Yeah. They claim everything bad just happened to black folks because of white folks.
Because of the white man.
Yeah.
That's a sad way to live, right?
Yeah.
What a sad way to live. They're blaming everything on
the country
everybody.
going while black people chasing them, trying to get it and destroying it.
Destroying what?
Everything they touch.
I'm black. I don't destroy everything I touch.
You may be one black that don't be, but most blacks do.
No, most blacks do what?
Destroy.
Prove that.
Who killed other blacks the most?
Blacks. And who kills other whites the most?
Who turned nice neighborhood?
No.
Who turned nice neighborhood? I'm giving you the proof.
But who kills other whites the most?
Neighborhoods
but that's
into
intellectually
hoods?
Dishonest. That's
Who
intellectually
turned
dishonest.
nice neighborhoods into hoods?
Bad people.
Who? Now you're changing.
No.
Who turned nice neighborhoods into hoods?
Hood people.
Who are those hood people?
Hoodlums.
I'm giving you a hint.
It's a skin color, but what's the hint there? Ooh, which people are those?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved to LA, I lived in South Central LA, and over there in Crenshaw and Slauson area. And it was beautiful. There were mostly white people on my street that I lived on. The whole area was nice. Crenshaw High School, Manual, really nice. And then the white people started to move out because the black were moving in. And
they said it's white flight.
Right, that's what they call it. And it turned into a ghetto overnight.
Right.
Really, it's just everything changed. The people didn't cut their grass. They didn't paint their homes. Crime came in. I saw that happen myself. I had never seen anything like that.
Right.
And then I remember going to Houston, Texas once to do a talk. And they took me on a little tour. And they took me to a black neighborhood that used to be white and beautiful at one time. And black people just sitting on the porch.
My mama used to do that. Go outside, just sit on the porch.
The neighborhood falling apart.
Yeah.
And they were sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. I remember being a little kid, mama said, come on, Keith and Kevin, let's go sit on the porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not painting the house. They're not cleaning the yard. The neighborhood fall. I'm like, why don't they get out there and do something? Another place was Gary, Indiana. I saw Gary, Indiana fall apart too. When I first moved there, it was beautiful.
Number white people.
It was safe. White people had white businesses everywhere. It was nice home. And a lot of the people from the South had moved to Gary. And because they were raised differently, they bought homes and they taught their children, right? My mother and my stepfather had 9 of us. So I had like 7 sisters and 5 brothers, something like that.
Yeah.
And my mother never had to work. My stepfather took care of her. She stayed home. She would go grocery shopping. She would keep the house going, and everything was fine. And then they elected the first black mayor in Gary, Indiana. And the very next day, really not a week later, they had the election on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I was going to Edison High School at the time. And the very next day, all hell broke loose. I'm like, what the? The black people were fighting on the school bus.
Right.
They were fighting in the hallways. They were attacking white people. They were fighting with them. And the place turned, and the white people left, right? The place turned into a ghetto overnight.
Yeah.
And I was a witness to that.
Right.
And I had a white friend because I was afraid of the blacks. I wasn't accustomed to violence.
You scared of the blacks too?
I was scared of the blacks. Because I didn't grow up around violent black people, so I didn't know yet. I didn't understand. I was like the white people. I was scared of them. So I had a white friend. And his family lived right across from Edison High School. They moved away in the middle of the night. I didn't even get a chance to tell my friend bye. White people just moved. They left because their children were getting beat up. Crime was everything. The mayor's name was Richard Hatchett or something like that.
Yeah. But you know what, Jesse? Democrats and people on the left, they like to paint this picture. The reason why these whites are leaving is because they're racist.
No,
they're moving out because
they're scared.
They're scared.
Really, they are.
Property values is going down.
Yeah,
makes
absolutely.
sense.
Value goes down. And Gary, Indiana used to be a beautiful town, man. I'm telling you. Downtown was amazing. You could go to the theater. You walk around and never been afraid of anything. That changed. And now they have homes, empty, just lands, acres and acres of empty apartments and homes.
Yeah, what you're describing is what actually is going on in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is going to fall hard one day. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Unless a change comes, it really will. So what can we do about it?
You can't help them people. You can't. I mean, look what happened in Detroit. Detroit used to be a great area.
Yeah.
Look at Detroit.
Yeah, I have family members or friends and family members who moved to Detroit from Alabama when Detroit was booming. And they loved Detroit. And then Detroit changed and they moved back to Alabama.
Yeah.
Because we didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
I guess we grew up like white people.
Right.
We didn't grow up in violence and killing each other and worried about walking down the road. We used to leave home and just barely, we would close the door but not lock the door. And go out and the family leave. And
you got to lock them doors, not just.
Yeah, you got double locks and security.
Our people's going to come in there and take something.
Yeah. So y'all married to Mexicans?
Yeah. I tried a black woman. I said, nope, never again.
Really?
Yep. Never again.
Yeah, I started to know it's a trend, man. Jesse, the only woman I've dated that said, "Put your hands up, let's do this,"
What black?
was a black woman. I said,
Yeah, I don't blame.
Other races of women are just way more feminine. It's like I'm always in competition with a black woman.
Like women like wanted to please you.
Yeah.
They want to make you happy. It's like nowadays, like a lot of black women, they're like, "What are you gonna do for me?" It's all about them.
But it was like that during the good old days. Black women wanted to please their man, their husband, their boyfriends, their everything. It changed, man.
Yeah,
And I was a witness to the change.
Yeah, I think I don't know, like the black family structure's been destroyed, and once you destroy that,
Yeah.
I don't think you could bring it back. I mean, there's gonna be some black families out there that that do the right thing and their kids are gonna be successful, but they're gonna be in the minority. I don't think the problem that's hurting the black community. I don't think you can fix that.
Nope. Not unless the Democrats and civil leaders change their mindset and tell us the actual truth.
Yeah, Democrats are not gonna let that happen. They're gonna keep them more where they can be dependent on them. I think.
Look how they fighting Donald Trump right now. Donald Trump is trying to make a smaller government so that people become more independent.
Right.
They don't want that.
They don't want that.
They're fighting him like night and day.
You know what?
Because they don't want that.
Yeah, and during this last election, 96% of black women voted for Kamala.
Yeah.
That just shows you just how lost
Yeah.
the black woman, the black community, because the black woman runs the black community now.
Yeah,
for the most
and
part.
women run the Democratic Party. Look how wicked they've become.
Yeah,
I know.
Got women. I mean, men and women's sports, and got men and women's bathroom.
Yeah.
Only reason why that is because the wickedness of women.
Yeah,
This is very evil people.
Yeah, and the help come through the woman. That's why my country is never going to get better because they're putting women in leadership all over the place, everywhere.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see a man leading now.
Yeah.
It's mostly women, doctors, commercials, government, everything. And God did not create the woman to lead. He created the woman to follow. And nothing else is going to work but the man lead and the women follow. That's one of the things I disagree with the Great White Hope about. You know the Great White Hope, right?
Donald Trump.
All the way. I disagree that he's putting women in leadership position.
Yeah. That a woman almost got him killed in the Secret Service.
Yeah.
He's very lucky to be alive right now.
Well, I don't think he should do that. He has a woman in charge of the borders.
Right.
She's something. I forgot what it is. Attorney General?
yeah.
And-
Bundy. Yeah,
Right. And then she got all these men around her. I'm like, that doesn't look right.
Do you think
I think
woman
he's
could
doing that because that's how a Republican's going to win elections going
I
forward.
thought that too. I
Yeah.
said, I bet you it's because of election. day.
Yeah. Because it looks like we're misogynistic. No woman's going to vote for a Republican, even if the Republican is right.
Yeah.
So they have to what's the word? You have to
Play
compromise.
Yeah. Do you think a conservative woman could be a good leader if
No.
she's a conservative Christian woman?
No.
No.
Not built for it.
No, it's not in her.
Yeah.
Really. And she would try, but she's going to be stressed out.
Yeah.
You say the wrong thing to her at the wrong time,
It goes
it's
against the
going to be
nature.
hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to make her be something that's not in her nature.
Right.
No matter whether she's conservative or Democrat or independent, whatever they want to call them. Call themselves. Can you imagine yourself being married to a woman and call herself a CEO?
I don't know, but
She gonna be wearing pants now. But she gonna make sure you know
Yeah.
she's CEO.
Yeah, CEO.
it scares me every time when I get pulled over by a cop. I just
Yeah.
hope it's a white man.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a white woman. And man, I'm gonna pray to God if it's a black woman.
Yeah.
Because women like to overcompensate because they're women. It's like they got a chip on their shoulder.
I remember once years ago, I got pulled over by a white guy and a white woman. And the woman had the gun on me. I'm like, oh God. Oh Lord.
She pulled a gun on you.
I'm like, oh Lord, not George, Lord.
Yeah,
I
women, man.
was nervous because I know how emotional women are. I didn't know if she gonna
Yeah.
trip out.
Yeah.
And I was so glad when they asked for my license. Here you go.
Yeah.
I have no tickets, and they let me go. Right.
Yeah.
But I was nervous that woman was holding a gun on me.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That was a scary time
Yeah.
because women are too emotional.
Here's our new giveaway. Get out of the way. Woo! That's beautiful, right? Dodge Challenger. Hellcat. Look at the tires. It's a V50 in this. It's supercharged. Wide body, it means it grabs the road. You can't flip this. Look how sexy this car is. You can look like Stephen Hawking and still pick up a chick in this car. Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy on the site gets you automatic. Enter to win.
No purchase necessary. All word prohibited. See official rules for details. Yeah.